Okay, this hacker is finished. It's got quite a few cosmetic problems with it. The top plate, for example, is pretty worn. The anodization has sort of worn in places. The writing here, the off and most of the volume is missing. The white along here, that's not a problem, that can be retouched up. So it's missing along here with the tuning. A couple of the knobs are missing. I can't remember whether they were missing when I got it. The caps on the switches are missing. The wood on the side is pretty bad. Yeah, it's got a big crack down through there, big chip there. On the other end, it's even worse. So it's been burnt there. It's got a big, it's pretty rough down there, rough there. It's missing the corner there. It's missing the corner up here, etc. So yeah, the front of it is pretty reasonable. It needs new vinyl on the front and rear, but yeah, that's sort of okay. It'll clean up eventually if I scrub it enough. I've given it a couple of scrubs. The hacker face plate, or whatever you like to call it, is chipped or something like that. So that would need to be repainted. The back of it is pretty rough. So they look black on the camera, but they're actually white things. It looks like a burns or something like that. We've got, yeah, that'll clean up, but that's neither here nor there. So this side panel wood is quite thick, so it would be really expensive to replace these. You'd have to buy a big sheet of, I think is it oak or something like that? I can't remember now. So I've got the aerial, and that is missing most of its guts. So that would need to be replaced. Yeah, but it does sound really good. So I'll demonstrate in a second. I had to, on the board, replace all the caps on the IF stage. I haven't done the power supply yet. I'm not going to run it on 240 volts. I've done a couple of other strategic caps, which I do have, but I'll have to order some more in. It sounds excellent. Really is fantastic, this radio, electrically. It's pulling in stations like no one's business. I can't actually demonstrate the reception, but it's picking up Adelaide, and it's 11:45 in the morning. So mid-morning or late morning, and it's picking up Adelaide, which I've not ever heard anything like this before. And that's just on its internal stick antenna. So it's an exceptionally good radio. It's just a pity that the FM only goes up to 102 or 102. It's that era of where the police and the emergency services started to phase out using above 100 megahertz. So this is about 1972. So yeah,
it was just a moonscape. It was muddy. It smelt bad. It was terrible. And now,
oh, it's missing its caps off of some of these switches too.
The most amazing self-sustaining system There are now migratory birds that come from Siberia and
This is AM,
there.
and it's picking up
And I was just
Melbourne
thinking in
like
terms
it's next door.
of design and planning in particular, it's not a place that would have been attractive for people to go 18 months to 2-year periods until quite recently. So it's a fascinating development.
What else is expected to happen today?
Well, as everybody would know, I think this has been a
So that's
major
FM?
part of news and current affairs debate. There was a Four Corners investigation.
I'll see if I can go a little bit up. All our stations are from 99.9 above, which is a bit of a nuisance. Let's see if we can pick up the community station. No. Oh, yeah. That's enough of Bjork. Yeah, it's pretty good. It doesn't have an FM antenna on it or anything like that. So, yeah. Okay, so thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. My next radio is going to be a Sony 160 from roughly the same period. It's one of those huge, heavy, multi-band things, and it's got a similar problem in that the switches, I've absolutely drowned these in fader, or not fader, deoxit, I should say, deoxit, and yeah, they're still a bit dodgy, especially if you press shortwave 2, it doesn't release the other bands properly. But yeah, so I'm going to do that Sony next. So watch out for that in the coming weeks. I think there's another couple of radios scheduled, but bye for now.
Getting it. From the product you need to colours and friendly expert advice, Hames Paint is here for you. So go on, paint on Australia. Visit our paint shop at 109 Creswick Road, Ballarat. Hames Paint, proud sponsor of Ballarat's home of sport, 99.9 Voice FM.
Sadly, Australians are more vulnerable to cyber attacks than ever before. Do you know what you're risking online? There are simple steps you can take to change your online behaviours and minimise those risks. Just set up multi-factor authentication, install software updates regularly, and create strong and unique passphrases. That sound means it's time to learn simple steps to protect yourself online at actnowstaysecure.gov.au.
Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.